All right, so the coin we are covering today is UMA, or Universal Market Access, and UMA is one of the only projects showing signs of life today in an otherwise pretty dismal day for the cryptocurrency markets, thanks to Mr. Elon Musk once again. Currently, UMA is up about 12% today to $16.46 per coin, with a market cap just below $1 billion. And if you aren't familiar with UMA, they launched a little over a year ago as a DeFi platform for synthetic assets, but are working to become a much more powerful tool for building any kind of financial contract. They've made some great traction lately by announcing their launch of their optimistic oracle, which is a pretty game-changing system that will resolve price requests without relying on an oracle for data. Most DeFi protocols rely on oracles such as a chain link to grab accurate price data. Synthetics, which is an UMA competitor, does this and uses chain link to grab their price data. UMA runs on what they call a priceless mechanism, which allows anyone to push an answer on chain, and the disputes are only raised if the data is incorrect. So there's three actors at play in the UMA system: the requester, proposer, and the disputer. Essentially, the dispute period is set by the requester. Then the proposer posts a bond with a suggested price. And if there's no disputes, then the data is finalized quickly at a low cost. So it's a totally different way than the rest of the DeFi space operates. They operate almost entirely on oracles. But this way of operating can be very effective for super precise data for use cases in the options and insurance space. For example, UMA actually just announced this week that they, along with Opium, have launched an insurance product for SpaceX flights. It will allow users to hedge against the risk of a failed SpaceX launch, which could be very useful for the owners of payloads in the small sats rideshare flights. So the traditional insurance prices, or traditional insurance market prices, those contracts currently around 5% of the value of the payload, and UMA is essentially building out a use case to compete with that. If the market sets the price at more than 5%, for example, then UMA can invite Elon or whoever to stake money and effectively earn free interest. But it's a very cool idea and a project with a ton of potential, as the insurance and derivative space is just massive. They currently have over 134 million in total value locked in similar type contracts across just 11 different projects, including the SpaceX project or contract. They've also recently partnered up with RIN to build a UUSD, UMA USD, which is a yield dollar backed by ETH, or RIN BTC powered by UMA. But I expect big things out of UMA in the months and years to come. I think a sub $1 billion market cap is just too low for them right now. Obviously not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I think UMA can certainly 5x in the coming year, or even coming quarters, if just a handful of things go their way. I expect more of these projects and contracts, use cases to come out and gain awareness. And as that TVL rises as a result of that adoption, so should the market cap. But yeah, let me know what you think. What you guys think of UMA. It's just a very interesting project that we've been covering for quite a while now. But yeah, let me know what your price predictions, price targets are for UMA, the Universal Market Access token. And yeah.